Say her name in front of a mirror, they told us. 3 times. That's all it takes. A game whispered at sleepovers, a dare passed between teenagers, half believed and half feared. Most people laugh, flick the light back on and move on with their lives, leaving the mirror as silent and still as it's always been. But in Brookhollow, Ohio, the story is different. Here, the name carries weight. Here, the mirror is not a harmless sheet of glass. It is a door. And doors, once opened, don't always close. One night in October proved that some mirrors do more than reflect. They watch, they listen, and when the ritual is done right, they reach back. The Brookhollow case wasn't just another ghost story. It was proof that a legend can step out of the dark and take someone with it. Every town has its own version of Bloody Mary. In most, you stand in the dark, whisper her name, and wait for her to appear. Brookhollow's version was different. Dr. Miriam Kett, local historian and folklorist. The roots go back to 1854, when a woman named Mary Hensley was accused of witchcraft after several unexplained deaths. She was beaten, mutilated, and left to die outside the church. They slit her mouth ear to ear to stop her from cursing, but she didn't die immediately. Witnesses claim she crawled back to her home, straight to a mirror. That's where she left her curse. The Brookhollow ritual isn't about chanting her name, it's about knocking 13 times, slow, deliberate. Each knock weakens the barrier between her world and ours. In this version, you're not calling her, you're inviting her in. The Night of Incident by October 25th, 2019. 4 friends: Lisa Crane, 17, Amanda Lewis, 17, Trevor Hall, 18, and Mark Hanlon, 17, gathered in Lisa's upstairs bathroom after midnight. The lights were off. The only illumination came from a single white candle, its wax pooling in a small dish on the sink. Mark was the one who brought the idea. He claimed to have researched the correct way to summon Mary, not the watered-down kids' version. Lisa Crane, interviewed, November 2nd. We all thought it was a joke, but Mark, he wasn't smiling. He said, "You have to be respectful. You have to do it right, or it doesn't work." Then, he started knocking. Knock 1, just a hollow tap. Knock 2. Knock 3. By the 5th, Lisa swore she saw movement in the reflection, a flicker in the shadows behind them. By the 9th, the candle's flame bent toward the mirror, as if the glass itself was breathing in. Trevor Hall's police statement. It was subtle at first. Then, on the 12th knock, the sound changed. It wasn't glass anymore. It was soft, like knocking on skin. The 13th knock landed. The candle went out. Lisa's phone light clicked on instantly. In its glow, the 4 of them stared at their own reflections. But something was wrong. Amanda's reflection had her eyes rolled back completely, mouth hanging open. Trevor's reflection showed his hands wrapped around her throat, even though in the real room his arms were at his sides. And then, there was her, Amanda Lewis. She was behind us, tall, head tilted so far over it looked broken, skin white and stretched tight, lips split open all the way to her ears. The teeth, they were black, sharp. She didn't blink, didn't breathe, just smiled. Mary pressed her palms against the inside of the mirror. Hairline cracks spread from her fingertips. A thin, high-pitched scraping sound filled the room, nails dragging on glass from the inside. Trevor ripped the towel rack from the wall and swung it at the mirror. The metal bounced back, leaving no damage.
Her hand came out. It didn't break the glass, it slid through, like pushing through water. She grabbed my ankle. It was wet and freezing, but it burned like fire.
Mark shoved the candle flame against her skin. The flesh blistered and split. The smell, copper and scorched meat, made Amanda gag. The hand withdrew, but tapped 3 times on the inside before disappearing. Amanda's nose began to bleed heavily. In the mirror, her reflection's jaw unhinged, splitting wider than humanly possible. Mary pulled one long bruised leg through the glass. Her matted hair stuck to her face. Her grin stayed locked on Mark. Mark's voice was steady. She's here for me. She's always been here for me. Trevor screamed for everyone to get out, but the bathroom door wouldn't open. When Mary's second foot touched the tile, the light died again. Lisa's last memory was a ragged, sucking laugh right next to her ear. Lisa woke up in her bed. No candle, no cracks in the mirror, no smell of blood. She thought it had all been a nightmare until her phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. 1 knock. Amanda received a phone call. 2 knocks. Silence. Trevor didn't answer his. He was found later, with 3 deep scratches across his back. Mark was gone. His bed was empty, the sheets still warm. In the center of his room sat Lisa's bathroom mirror, propped against the wall. Written across the glass, in what forensic testing confirmed was human blood. 13 knocks, 4 names, 1 left. Forensics revealed partial fingerprints on the inside of the glass. The ridges were abnormally long. No matches were found in any database. Police photographs of the mirror are sealed from public view. Dr. Kett's assessment. If the legend is true, the knocks are not yours after the first night. They are hers. Each night, 1 more. When she reaches 13, you are no longer the one looking in the mirror.